What if the most powerful medicines ever discovered weren't invented in a lab? What if they were already there, used by the greatest empires in human history, and then quietly forgotten? Most people today run to the pharmacy for every headache, every infection, every stomach problem. But here's what they don't teach you in school. The ancient Egyptians, the Romans, the Vikings, the Chinese, they had medicines that worked. Not folktales, not superstition. Plants with real compounds, real effects, real results. And modern science right now, in peer-reviewed journals, is proving they were right all along. Today I'm going to show you 20 of them, and I need you to stay with me, because number 14 on this list was given to pyramid workers every single day to keep them alive. Modern cardiologists are only now understanding why. And number 20, this one surprises everyone. It's not exotic. You probably have it in your kitchen right now. But ancient healers across 5 different civilizations all independently discovered the same thing about it. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you will never look at a grocery store the same way again. Let's get into it. Here are 20 ancient plants that healed empires, ranked from remarkable to absolutely extraordinary. Number 1. Aloe. The plant of immortality. Here's something that will change how you see that green plant on your windowsill. The ancient Egyptians didn't call aloe vera a houseplant. They called it the plant of immortality. Cleopatra used it daily. Egyptian medical texts going back 4,000 years describe it in detail for burns, wounds, digestive problems. But here's the part modern medicine is finally catching up to. Clinical trials now confirm what Egyptian physicians knew: aloe gel speeds wound healing, including burns and surgical wounds. Over 75 active compounds, vitamins, minerals, enzymes that genuinely promote tissue repair. The traditional use is simple. Split open a fresh leaf. Apply the gel directly to burns or skin irritation. The cooling relief is immediate. The healing begins right away. Aloe got pushed aside by synthetic burn creams. But those creams didn't exist 4,000 years ago, and somehow empires were built anyway. Think about that. Number 2. Frankincense. The anti-inflammatory resin that outlasted empires. Why was frankincense traded across the ancient world for over 5,000 years? Why did Roman emperors demand it? Why did ancient physicians burn it in healing temples? Because it works. Frankincense contains boswellic acids, and modern research has proven these compounds reduce inflammation as effectively as some pharmaceutical drugs, without the side effects. Recent peer-reviewed studies show frankincense extract improves symptoms of osteoarthritis, rheumatoid arthritis, asthma, and inflammatory bowel disease. Ancient healers burned it in temples, not just for the aroma, but because the smoke had genuine respiratory benefits. Pharmaceutical companies developed synthetic anti-inflammatories and aggressively marketed them. Frankincense got forgotten in the West, but it never disappeared in traditional Middle Eastern and Ayurvedic medicine. And now, the research is catching up. Number 3. Myrrh, the ancient antiseptic. Here's a question nobody asks. Why did ancient physicians across Egypt, Mesopotamia, and Greece all independently reach for the same resin for wounds and infections? Because myrrh actually kills bacteria. Modern research confirms genuine antibacterial, antifungal, and anti-inflammatory effects. Studies show myrrh extract is effective against various bacteria and fungi, including some resistant strains. Traditional use, mixed with water as a mouthwash for gum disease, applied topically to wounds, taken internally for digestive infections. The intensely bitter taste isn't a flaw, it's part of the medicine. That bitterness stimulates digestive function and has direct antimicrobial properties. Number 4. Olive, the tree that sustains civilizations. The olive tree doesn't just produce food. In ancient Greece, Rome, and Egypt, olive oil was medicine, applied to wounds, used as a base for medicinal preparations, understood long before modern nutrition science to sustain life. Here's what modern research confirmed. Olive oil reduces inflammation, improves cholesterol levels, protects against oxidative stress, and supports cardiovascular health. The Mediterranean diet, built on olive oil, is now the most studied diet on Earth, associated with reduced heart disease, stroke, diabetes, and overall mortality. Ancient civilizations didn't need clinical trials to figure this out. they just paid attention. Some olive trees alive today are over 2,000 years old. They were producing medicine before modern civilization existed. Number 5. Hyssop, the purification plant with real antimicrobial power. Ancient purification rituals across multiple cultures consistently used one specific plant, hyssop. Was that spiritual symbolism? Maybe partly. But here's what modern research tells us. Hyssop contains compounds with genuine antibacterial, antifungal, and antiviral effects. Studies show the essential oil is effective against respiratory pathogens. Traditional herbalists used it for coughs, bronchitis, and chest infections. Using an antimicrobial plant in purification rituals meant the ritual actually helped prevent disease transmission. Ancient priests weren't performing magic, they were practicing early public health. Number 6. Fig, the healing poultice that saved a king. One of the oldest recorded medical prescriptions in human history involves a fig poultice applied directly to an infected wound. And it worked. Figs contain enzymes, particularly phycin, with genuine therapeutic properties. Research shows fig extracts have antimicrobial effects. Traditional use of fig poultices for boils, abscesses, and inflamed areas is documented across multiple ancient cultures independently. Ancient healers across Egypt, Mesopotamia, and the Mediterranean all reached the same conclusion about figs. That's not coincidence. That's empirical knowledge passed down through generations. Number 7. Pomegranate, the heart medicine hiding in plain sight. Ancient empires didn't just eat pomegranates. They used them as medicine for heart health, inflammation, and longevity. Modern science has validated this in an extraordinary way. Pomegranates are among the most antioxidant-rich foods ever measured. Clinical studies show pomegranate juice improves heart health, reduces blood pressure, fights inflammation, and may even slow the progression of certain cancers. The polyphenols in pomegranate are more powerful antioxidants than those found in green tea. We relegated pomegranates to the category of healthy fruit. Ancient healers knew they were powerful preventive medicine. There's a difference, and it matters. If you're starting to see the pattern here, if you're realizing that ancient healers weren't guessing, they were observing, testing, and passing down knowledge that modern science is only now catching up, to hit that like button right now. It helps this video reach people who are actually looking for this information. And if you haven't subscribed yet, click that button and ring the bell. We post every week, and trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming. Now, let's keep going, because it gets more interesting from here. Number 8. Cedar, the wood that fought contamination. Here's what most people don't know about cedar. Cedar wasn't chosen for great buildings just because it was strong and beautiful. It was chosen because it actively prevented rot, repelled insects, and had genuine antiseptic properties. Cedar produces aromatic oils with confirmed antibacterial, antifungal, and insect-repelling effects. Ancient builders understood without microscopes that cedar protected whatever was near it. The mighty cedars of Lebanon are now endangered. But the principle behind choosing them was sound science, observed, tested, and trusted for thousands of years. Number 9. Mustard, the heat-based healer. Mustard plasters were used across ancient Rome, China, and Egypt for respiratory congestion, pneumonia, and chest infections. Here's the mechanism, and it's real. The compounds in mustard create heat and increase blood flow to the area, helping to break up congestion and stimulate immune response. Modern research shows mustard contains compounds with genuine anti-inflammatory and potential anti-cancer effects. Important warning: mustard plasters are powerful. They can burn the skin if left on too long. Always use a protective layer between the mustard and skin. Modern decongestants suppress symptoms. Mustard helps your body actually clear infection. Ancient healers understood the difference. Number 10. Mint, the digestive medicine we stopped taking seriously. In the ancient world, mint was valuable enough to be taxed and traded. That's how important it was. Clinical studies show peppermint oil is effective for irritable bowel syndrome, reducing abdominal pain and bloating. The menthol in mint opens airways and relieves sinus congestion and headaches. It grows everywhere. It spreads aggressively. It's so common now that we've completely forgotten it was once considered serious medicine. That's the irony of ancient plants. The ones that worked so well, they spread everywhere. And familiarity made us stop taking them seriously. We're halfway through, and I want you to notice something. Every single plant we've covered, confirmed by modern peer-reviewed research. Every single one used independently by multiple ancient civilizations. These weren't lucky guesses. This was knowledge, accumulated over thousands of years, tested on real patients. Passed down because it worked. Stay with me because the next 10 go even deeper. And number 14, the one I mentioned at the beginning, is coming up very soon. Number 11, rue. The bitter protector that demands respect. Rue has an intensely bitter taste. Ancient healers across the Mediterranean used it for digestive complaints and as an anti-inflammatory. Modern research confirms rue contains flavonoids with genuine anti-inflammatory effects. But here's the important warning: rue should never be used during pregnancy and must be used in very small amounts. Ancient healers understood this. They didn't hand rue to everyone. They taught dosage. They taught caution. The most powerful medicines demand the most respect. Number 12, coriander, the blood sugar regulator hiding in your spice rack. Coriander seeds were found in ancient Egyptian tombs. That tells you everything you need to know about how long this plant has been valued. Modern research shows coriander supports digestion, has antimicrobial properties, and here's the remarkable part: may help regulate blood sugar. Studies demonstrate that coriander extract can help lower blood glucose levels and improve lipid profiles. We use coriander as a spice. Ancient healers used it as medicine. The same plant, two completely different levels of understanding. Number 13, cumin. The metabolic healer used for 4,000 years. Ancient Egyptian, Roman, and Indian physicians all used cumin for digestive problems, infections, and metabolic support. Clinical studies demonstrate that cumin supplementation can improve blood sugar control and cholesterol levels. The seeds contain compounds with genuine anti-inflammatory and antioxidant effects. Cumin never disappeared from kitchens, but we stopped thinking of it as medicine. Ancient healers never made that mistake. Number 14, garlic. The medicine that built the pyramids. Here it is. The one I mentioned at the beginning. Ancient Egyptian records show that workers building the Great Pyramids were given garlic rations every single day. Not for flavor, for strength, for health, for endurance. The overseers understood without modern science that garlic kept their workers alive and productive in brutal conditions that would have destroyed lesser men. Garlic has been studied more extensively than almost any other medicinal plant on Earth. The evidence is overwhelming. Clinical studies show garlic supplementation reduces blood pressure, improves cholesterol levels, and decreases the risk of heart disease. Garlic has antibacterial, antiviral, and antifungal properties. Modern medicine dismissed garlic for decades as folk remedy. Now the evidence is so strong that even conventional cardiologists recommend garlic supplementation. The pyramid builders knew. It just took modern science 4,000 years to catch up. Number 15. Onion, the humble healer with extraordinary power. Onions appeared right alongside garlic in ancient medical texts. And like garlic, they were serious medicine. Onions contain quercetin, one of the most powerful antioxidants found in food. Research shows onions have antimicrobial, anti-inflammatory, and cardiovascular benefits. Studies demonstrate that regular onion consumption is associated with reduced cancer risk, better heart health, and improved bone density. So common now, so forgotten as medicine. Ancient healers never made that mistake. Number 16. Balm of Gilead. The most precious wound healer of the ancient world. The Balm of Gilead was one of the most valuable medicines ever traded in the ancient world, more precious than gold by weight in certain periods. Given as gifts to kings, traded along routes that crossed entire continents. Why? Because it worked for wounds, inflammation, and infections when almost nothing else did. The original plant is now extremely rare, possibly extinct in the wild. We lost the plant. We lost the medicine. And we replaced it with synthetic compounds that sometimes work, but always come with a list of side effects that ancient healers never had to warn about. Number 17. Cassia. The blood sugar regulator worth its weight in gold. In the ancient world, Cassia was literally worth its weight in gold, traded along the Silk Road as one of the most valuable commodities on Earth. Why? What did ancient traders know that we forgot? Modern research shows Cassia can improve insulin sensitivity and help regulate blood glucose levels. The aromatic bark contains compounds with genuine therapeutic effects. Ancient physicians prescribed it. Ancient empires traded it. Modern science is proving why. Still available, still effective, still working exactly as healers understood 3,000 years ago. Number 18. Cinnamon. The sacred bark that empires fought over. Wars were fought. Trade routes were guarded. Entire economies were built around this bark. Modern research on cinnamon is extensive and impressive. Studies show cinnamon improves blood sugar control, has powerful antioxidant and anti-inflammatory effects, and fights bacterial and fungal infections. Clinical trials demonstrate that cinnamon supplementation significantly improves blood glucose and cholesterol levels in patients with metabolic disorders. We put it in coffee. We sprinkle it on toast. Ancient empires built trade networks spanning continents to get it. The gap between how seriously they took it and how seriously we do tells you everything about what we've forgotten. Number 19. Saffron. The golden thread that healed the mind. Saffron was, and still is, the most expensive spice on earth. Over 100 flowers to produce a single gram. Ancient Persian, Greek, and Egyptian healers all prized it, not just for flavor. For medicine, modern research shows saffron has genuine antidepressant effects, comparable to pharmaceutical medications in some studies. Clinical trials demonstrate that saffron supplementation improves symptoms of mild to moderate depression and anxiety. The golden threads that ancient empires paid fortunes for are still offering healing today. And modern psychiatry is finally starting to pay attention. We're at the last one, and I saved this for the end deliberately because this plant surprises everyone. It's not exotic. It's not rare. You've walked past it 1,000 times without understanding what you are looking at. Number 20. Thyme. The plant that outlasted every empire it served. Ancient Egyptian embalmers used it. Greek soldiers carried it into battle. Roman armies spread it across Europe as they conquered. Viking healers considered it essential. 5 completely separate civilizations, no contact with each other, all independently discovered the same truth about thyme. Here's what that truth was. Thyme contains thymol, one of the most powerful natural antimicrobial compounds ever identified. Modern research confirms thyme essential oil is effective against a wide range of bacteria, fungi, and viruses. Clinical research demonstrates thyme extract is as effective as some pharmaceutical cough syrups for treating acute bronchitis. When 5 civilizations with no contact all independently decide the same plant is essential, that's not coincidence. That's humanity's oldest clinical trial, running for 5,000 years. With consistent results, thyme never disappeared. But we stopped thinking of it as medicine. We put it on chicken and forgot what it really was. Ancient empires knew, and they built lasting legacies, partly because they did. If you made it all the way here, think about what you've just seen. 20 plants, documented across the greatest civilizations in human history. Egypt, Rome, Greece, China, the Vikings, Mesopotamia, Persia. Not one of them was guessing. They were observing, testing, documenting, passing down knowledge that worked well enough to sustain entire empires for centuries. And modern science right now, in peer-reviewed journals, is confirming what they knew. Not some of it. Not most of it. All of it. The question isn't whether ancient healers were right. The evidence says they were. The question is, why did we forget? And more importantly, now that you know, what are you going to do differently? The most powerful medicine isn't always in a pharmacy. Sometimes it's in a kitchen, a garden, a spice rack, waiting for you to remember what it really is. If this video changed the way you think about ancient knowledge and healing, smash that like button right now. Drop a comment below and tell me which plant surprised you the most. Are you team garlic and onion? Team frankincense? Team thyme? I read every single comment. I'd love to hear from you. And if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss a video. Every week, we connect ancient wisdom with modern knowledge, and we're just getting started. I'll see you in the next one.